Hey guys, it's Motion Time Reviews here. This is the 2016 Legacy Falconzord. Bandai did say they were going to drop the price on this to $60, but it did cost me $80. Maybe it's because I got it early and the fact that it may drop when it's officially in its main outing, but I will say $80, this cost as much as the Tigerzord did, which is much bigger, can transform clearly because it's a Megazord, while this on the other hand is just an over-glorified humongous Zord. Despite being $80, it is really well done. As far as wing articulation goes, you can pop this here. We actually have articulation in the wingtip, which was not in the original one. As you can hear that awesome clicking sound, which means it's actually staying in place, which is something rare with some legacy items. I personally like to do stop motion, so it's good to know this has a good full range of motion to get some nice sort of flapping motion. So that's all just clicking in place. I'm not breaking anything, that's just how it sounds. You pop this back in, which gives it all one rigid motion, such as the original Falconzord. They do clip nice, but they do pop pretty easily. But this isn't just filled in, there's actually individual slides across, which is really cool. It is sturdy. You shake it around. It takes quite a bit to get the articulate parts to come up. So as you can see, there's no stickers, which is awesome. This detail here is really, really well done. The metallic looks awesome. We have good paint underneath also. This is all metallic. All of this gold is metallic. The silver is all metallic. The red is just a nice bright red. The green here is just a little bit of standard green. There's no metallic to that. All the screw holes are underneath here, so they are exposed, which does look a little funky, but I mean, the main flashy part that really matters in the end is done well. For the head here, the beak, it's a little bit hard to get down. So it doesn't click into place, it sort of just hovers. You just barely touch it and it'll move around. The articulation is pretty good, as you can see. The tail here can pivot up, can pivot back. Doesn't have much range of motion, but it's certainly there. This is all plastic except for the actual feet. As you can see with the feet, they are metallic and die cast, so they look really nice when they fold in and fold up. A lot of articulation in there, 360 degrees. Got the whole option. You go up to a legacy figure, fly away with them. You can bend the ankle and the leg separately, so that does give it more articulate options in order to pose. The weighting in the feet is so good, you can get away with poses like this without it even really wanting to fall over. You gotta bump it really all the way to poses like this, although in this pose the tail is gonna naturally hit the ground because it's so low. There are no Zord builder ports on this, which is interesting due to the fact that the Thunder Megazord had them weaseled in last second, and it ruins a lot of things, which I will go over in my Thunder Megazord review, which will be soon. With the Ninja Megazord, all this did was basically clip to the back anyway, which, as you can see, there are these clips right here. Besides this clip, there's also this part which you have to fold up, which is a little bit freaky because you kind of have to use like a razor blade or something small to get it flipped up, unless you have really, really sharp nails. But this here, I'm assuming these two are going to be used to either clip into the inside of the body of the Shogun Megazord or clip onto the back of the Ninja Megazord, or both. Most likely going to be both. You just flip that back down. It's kind of hinted at. I like how it's in black, like, who's that Pokemon? But obviously everyone knows it's the Ninja Megazord, so I don't know who they think they're fooling, but I'm sure that's just for fun. But also, you'll notice there's clips here and here. These were originally used to hold the arms in place on the Shogun Megazord configuration with the Falconzord. You have to give it a little bit more force, but these will fold all the way in. In the Show of 2, you'd fly in and blast away the enemies this way. One thing that is slightly concerning is this isn't very big. You can see a legacy figure hardly is able to fit in there, which is going to give me the idea that with the Shogun Megazord, it might be clipping in differently, or else this is going to be extremely skinny for the top torso area. We know for sure they're going to make a Ninja Legacy Megazord. I can only guess they'll make a Shogun because they're going to be going in order with all of this. As far as box sizing goes, this is one of the smallest Legacy boxes. And it also says the movie edition, but as far as I know, this is going to be the only edition that comes out. And from the original Falconzord, the movie edition and the normal version were exactly the same as far as I always knew. Now everyone will have preference on which legacy items they do want to get. Most of that is going to rely purely on nostalgia. For me, in this case, Falconzord is one of the Zords I always wanted when I was younger, but couldn't afford, so, you know, much older now, I can't afford it. And the fact that the Ninja Megazord was my very first Megazord ever is another reason I always wanted this. So for that reason, I like it a lot. $80 is a lot of money for this. I mean, in the end, it really comes down to your preference, what you like, and also supporting the legacy line, because if you don't, they are going to phase it out as soon as people are going to stop buying it. If you really want to keep it going and you do like Power Rangers, I would suggest buying this because it is very cool and it's really well done.